Hello, I'm Mark. I'm going to be doing a basic IK rig for a leg. Inverse Kinematics, or IK handles, allow you to move or pose an entire joint chain by just moving a single manipulator or control. For the purpose of this tutorial, I am using the provided rig Maya has, and the body can be found in the Maya workshop. What you are seeing is me quickly going through and re-rigging the skeleton. This is not necessary for this tutorial, but it helps it look nice. I've finished reposing the skeleton and the body is not needed in this example. As you can see, I've IK handled one of the legs and put controllers on the leg and knee. This allows me to tell where the knee will bend and where the foot will be controlled. You want to be in the rigging toolbox, and under the rigging tab you'll see the create IK handles. Double click that and you'll see the rotate plane solver. This should be selected by default. Close that tool settings, click from the thigh to the foot. The reason you don't want to use single chain solver further down is because it limits movement. It allows axes to rotate on the Y and the Z axes, but not the X axes. You want to rename these different IK handles, and now you want to create 4 different groups. Rename them to peel heel, to toe tap, and to foot and foot offset groups respectively. With them renamed, you want to select both the peel heel and the toe tap and parent them under the foot group. Now you want to do the same with the foot group to the foot offset, so you have it in a similar layout to how it is here. Select the ball joint and the offset group, go up to constraints, parent. Click the option box and make sure your maintain offset is off. Now click add. This aligns the joint to the group, but you don't want it there as you don't want these groups to hinder the movement. Select the leg and move it into the peel heel group. Select the ball and the toe and move it to the toe tap group. With this done, move up to curves and surfaces and double click the NURB selection. Go to Z and then close. This will have it so it's facing in the Z direction. You want to increase its size so that it is visible through the skin. You may need to check that. Rename the NURB, rename the group. Select the NURB, now you want to move the NURB. Click the option up there and that will allow you to snap the NURB to the joint. Now if you select the group, you can see that the axis is in the wrong place. You want to freeze transformations and reset pivot point. Now these are all set to 0, so if you move the joint you can reset all the transformations to 0 and it will reset the leg to how you want it. Select the foot offset group and parent it under the NURB circle as seen here. With that done, you want to select the NURB and then click add attribute under the modify. Peel heel, you want to add under the long name, minimum attribute 0. Now toe tap, and toe tap will have no minimum attribute. Click add. If you close, now if you select the NURB, to the right you can see it has the peel heel and toe tap options. Under the windows you can see the node editor. Click the node editor and it should be empty. Select the NURB, the group, peel heel and toe tap. Then click the add. They can now all be seen in your node editor. If you press 3 on the keyboard you will open them completely and you can see down the bottom peel heel, toe tap. Now you want to open the rotate and pull the peel heel to the appropriate rotate axes. And do the same with toe tap. You might want to do a quick experiment to make sure this is the right axis. So if I move the peel heel, you can see the heel moving up and down. Reset that to 0. Now open the node editor again. I now know the x-axis is correct, and we'll do the same for the toe tap. With that done, you can remove them from the node editor and close the node editor. Now if you move the toe tap, the toe will move up and down. Move to curbs and surfaces, create another NURB circle, this time facing the x-axis. This does not need to change in size, but its name does need to change. Leg vector controls what I've chosen, and then put it in a group just like you did with the last NURB circle. Select the leg and then select the toe joint. This should appear as here. Then control select the group. Then click the point. Leave as default and click add. This should move the NURB circle up to be in the middle of the IK handle or behind the knee. You don't need that. The constraint, once again, it will limit what you're capable of doing with your NURB circle. I've chosen to move it down because I made an error with the knee. It's not quite centered. Now select the knee and the NURB circle again, click aim. Now if you move the knee forward, this will keep it facing in the direction of the knee. Now delete that leg as you no longer want it constrained by that. You've moved it forward so that when you bend the knee will bend in the direction of the NURB. Select the knee, the IK leg handle and the control pole vector under the constraint. With that selected, you can now see the knee follows the control vector. With the main part of the tutorial done, you want to make sure the body moves like you would want it to. For a rig, you want to make sure the knees bend properly when moving the body up and down. This might mean adjusting the controllers for the knees, but this won't always go according to plan. You want to make sure the body moves forward and back without adjusting the position of the feet unless you want the feet to be moved. To move the feet, just move the controllers. The controllers can rotate, which moves the foot the same way it would if you want to rotate a normal object. Moving it up and down moves it up and down. So that's it. That's my instructions done. I hope you found it useful. Thank you for your time.